Also trending today is a Rolling Stone article about director Sam Levinson's new HBO show, The Idol. The article alleges that the show, which is expected to be a darker and crazier version of Levinson's hit Euphoria, has become, quote, twisted torture porn. Manisa Danabalan has the latest about the backlash the director is getting. Manisa.
Kelly, the release date of the show is still unknown, even though 3 teasers were released months ago. Not only does the article hint at Levinson adding more graphic sexual content once he took over, it also seems to point at a toxic and chaotic work environment. Just a warning for our viewers, this story discusses sexual assault.
People are wondering whether you still got that fire.
I'm worried she's having another psychotic break.
The Idol stars Lily Rose Depp as a pop star who's pulled into a cult led by a character played by The Weeknd. The project was initially directed by Amy Seimetz, but in April she left after completing most of the series. A Rolling Stone article reports that The Weeknd, who is the co-creator of the series, felt it was slanting into too much of a female perspective. But Rolling Stone says according to members of the production, Seimetz wasn't set up to succeed from the beginning, with unfinished scripts, a tight schedule, and unreasonable expectations from HBO.
It sounds like, and of course, we don't know what The Weeknd has to say about this or what Sam Levinson has to say about this, but it sounds like The Weeknd, the allegation is that he wanted more screen time. Things supposedly got worse when the new director Sam Levinson stepped in and scrapped everything, rewriting and reshooting almost the entirety of the show. The behind-the-scenes report spoke to over a dozen sources suggesting that Levinson took away from the show's message by, quote, dialing up the disturbing sexual content and nudity to match and even surpass that of his most successful show, Euphoria.
At some point, you make a choice about who you are.
It is about a group of teenagers who are dealing with really hard things. They're dealing with addiction. They're dealing with relationships. They're dealing with kind of power dynamics within those relationships. But what happened in Euphoria, what a lot of people did not react well to, was that it was often glamorizing violence.
Levinson reportedly changed the previous director's approach for The Idol, making it more about a degrading love story, which some crew members weren't happy about. A production member told Rolling Stone, "It was like any rape fantasy that any toxic man would have in the show, and then the woman comes back for more because it makes her music better."
The way that the storytelling has changed, it sounds like, and the framing of it is that a man gets to abuse a woman and she has to like it. So it's not like the purpose of this storytelling is to say exploitation happens. That is a fact of life. We need to grapple with that from an artistic perspective. Instead, it is let's glamorize violence. Let's make it an aesthetic.
Levinson and The Weeknd have been getting lots of criticism online after the story came out, and the conversation has brought up a question about whether sexual content with darker themes seem to be getting more popular among viewers.
I don't think that a company like HBO makes the financial decision to throw out a piece of work that was 80% complete and then spend untold amounts of money to give some new guy the opportunity to tell a rape fantasy if they don't think that people will watch. And the fact is that Euphoria was an extremely popular show and a lot of people did watch. I would hope that audiences don't want rape fantasies where women are abused and degraded as entertainment, but what we actually see is that this type of storytelling does pretty well.
It's also important to note that the article says Lily Rose Depp called Levinson the best director and that she felt supported, respected, and valued. Kelly?